Kathy. It's your girl, Mama Kathy, coming to you today with another little video. Yes, it's been a minute, it's been a while, and I know it's going to take a minute for you guys to come up in here. I don't got much to talk about. I just wanted to just come in here and show my beautiful face. Just show my beautiful face. Let me see who's gonna be the first one who come up in here and say hello to Mama Kathy. It normally takes about 45 seconds, but I ain't been here in so long. Hey, Shanika. Hey, Josh Payton. I need some glasses on so I can see. Hey, Lay Mix. How y'all doing out there? Yes, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Lay mixed memories. Here, that's the thing. Going down memory lane, going down memory lane. So I just wanted to come on in here and show my face and let y'all know I'm still out here. How y'all out there doing in YouTube land? What y'all doing on this Wednesday, October 1st? This government shutdown we going through. What y'all doing out there? Well, I'm looking for some lip gloss, so give me a second, guys. While y'all on there talking, ain't nobody told you to say nothing else. I said pause. TV don't want to pause, y'all. What been going on? Yeah, that's right, y'all. Like this video up. We got one like and 6 people. I remember I used to come in here and be on here for a little bit and then have all these likes and views and all that kind of stuff. Now I barely get fed people. Hey Lena, I know you stopped there real quick. You probably at work. I just came on here to talk to y'all for a minute. Life has been hard. Life has been hard. Tell me. I was just, talking to my sister on the phone today. Hey, Yada. I try not to come on here too often or any of that because I just I've been just going through it. I just wanted to come on here today and give y'all one message. If I don't say one thing that touch y'all today, I want to say this to y'all, that if you still have your mom and your dad out here in the world, I want y'all. Hey Dochi and Nisha. Hey Petra. What's up, everybody? I just want to say this real quick before we get on to other things. I haven't been on here because I've been such a crybaby. You understand? And it's okay to cry. It's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing to be embarrassed about or anything because we human first and we have emotions. But I haven't really been on here because I've been so sad in my heart and my spirit. And I just really don't want to bring other people down, with me, because my daughter Yetta, she said that she is, I don't know. I think she said she's an empath. If I'm not saying that right, Yetta, correct me. But she know how to handle whatever emotion comes her way and to release it so it doesn't stay too heavy on her soul, because sometimes people emotions can stay real heavy on your soul. But what I'm saying is that for all of y'all out here that have parents, I don't know if you have a good relationship, bad relationships, no relationships, but one thing that we are not above is forgiveness, okay? Jesus Christ came down here and we are forgiven for all our sins, and all we have to do is accept Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, and all our sins is forgiven. Boom, we're done. So we are not better than Jesus Christ. Amen. So what I'm saying to you guys is that if you have a mom or a dad, especially a mom, because I tell people all the time that your mother is the first person you ever love. You know, that's the first person that takes responsibility for you when you come into the world. You understand? If you're lucky enough to get one of those. And my mom was the first person I ever loved. You know, I was always a mama's girl. And my husband told me that one of his biggest fears was losing his mom. And then one day his mom died. She died in 2012. And I never really saw my husband cry. And I always wonder why my husband went into the bathroom so much, right? And he went in the bathroom because it's a stereotype out here that said real men don't cry. That's a lie. Real men do cry. You understand? And I guess he feel, because he came up with that mindset too. Real men don't cry. So he go in the bathroom and he cried, but sometime at nighttime when he's sleeping, he cry in his sleep. So sometimes you could be so bothered emotionally that it comes out of you naturally. You understand? So anyway, Sunday, y'all know Lil Ruby passed away 2 years ago, July 14th, and we was able to get her a tombstone finally because I am not ashamed to say that I couldn't afford it because I'm not rich by no stretch of the word. I'm broke like the rest of everybody else. You understand? If we had more people out here to be honest with people instead of trying to make it seem like they living on top of the world and they really ain't. And I ain't one of them people that I live from paycheck to paycheck like everybody else. You understand? I struggle like everybody else. I grew up with 9 kids in the house, and me and my husband, that was 11. And then two of them kids decided to have 2 kids, so that was 11 kids and 2 adults in the household, okay? So you tell me if we ain't struggle, but I tell you what Mama Kathy know how to do. Mama Kathy know how to stretch a dollar and make sure everybody eat, okay? So anyway, the thing of it is, sorry for your loss, Patra, but the thing of it is when I lost my mother, Okay, so so I lost my dad, right? In 2011 on Christmas Day. But I was going through something at that time. So I never got a chance to grieve the loss of my father, right? And I was sick, so I was going through a lot of stuff. So I never got a chance to grieve my dad. Then 2023 come and little Ruby just died out of nowhere. We all in Texas. We out there enjoying ourselves. She wanted to come, but she couldn't come. You had to stay home. But God designed everything works by God's design. Okay. If we all had been gone, it wouldn't have been nobody there strong enough to hold down the situation like Yetta had to. And y'all know that, Yetta probably gonna be mad at me. Rush tried, but that damn near destroyed her. You understand? To have witnessed what she witnessed with Ruby. And it was so hurtful, because Ruby was a big girl. The city of Cleveland did her so wrong. Did her so wrong. Left my baby on that floor for hours. She was on that floor for over 8 hours. And they were not sending the fire department to help bring her out. We finally got a funeral home place to bring her out. And then the family members had to help bring her down. That was a very traumatic time for Yetta. And at one point, Yetta broke. She said, "Ma, I can't do it. I gotta go. I can't do it no more." You sometimes you get to that point where you gotta break. And I was waiting in Texas, and I was like, Yetta, but if you leave, I don't got nobody to do this. So Yetta sucked it up like a tough soldier that she is. She her mama child, and she got it done, right? And I got on the first thing smoking, and I was back. I think she died on a Friday, and I was back home on a Saturday, and we got it all done. But that was a very emotional time for Yetta. And that type of hurt and pain stick with you. But I thought losing Ruby was hard. I sat right here on the side of this bed every day, and I listened to Dancing in the Sky, right? I was so broken. I was so broke. Because losing a child, you're not supposed to lose your child. And I know I had that been on a chopping block many times where I nearly almost done lost my life. And I know how they felt. You know what I'm saying? But to actually lose a child, oh my God, the pain was almost unbearable. I thought I was going out of my mind, right? But I knew I wasn't alone because the kids, Beth, Danny, Daniel, Monica, Timmy, Raymond, Federica, I mean, all of them. We was all just going through it because we couldn't believe that Ruby was forever 27. You understand? Okay, so time go on because there's no time living on grief, right? So time went on and everything. And so then my mother, I had got a little bit, my husband, okay, I had got really sick at the end of 2023. I was real sick. And I couldn't even wash my own behind in 2023. Yeah, then Beth had to come over here and get me washed up and get me ready for the day. And then they daddy helped me the rest of the day. I couldn't even sit up on the side of the bed like I am right now. So amen to God that I am able to do that today. Then my husband got diagnosed with cancer. And so I knew that my husband could not properly get well and take care of himself if he had to take care of me. Okay. So I was like, okay, I got to get better. So at nighttime, when he was over there sleeping, I would be creeping. I pull my little self up on the side of that bed, and I make it. And I was so proud of myself. And then I get up and I creep on in the kitchen, and I get me some orange juice and some apple juice and some ice. And I come on and sit back down real quiet, like so he couldn't hear me. So I started to get better. Okay, so then we all had to go through this is before Ruby had passed though. So we had to get ourselves together, for what was going on with my husband. And we was all so shocked because he the Superman of this family. Okay, nothing happened to him. He could do everything. He could fly, he could float, he could do it all. He was our hero. And to see that he was vulnerable to kryptonite, that's what I said. You my Superman. You kryptonite done got you, baby. So I had to get myself together. So we went through everything we went through with my husband. I shared that journey with you guys, right? And then my mom got to the point where she started to need help. Now I'm a little better. Now I'm still not well. And I'm still not 100. Still ain't 100. And then I was like, so I went to my husband one day, and my mom, the place she was living in was assisted living. They were some rotten, dirty ass people. They tried 3 times to send my mama to the hospital so she could get admitted, right? On the third time, they finally got her admitted. And on the day that she got ready to come out the hospital, they said that she was more than they can handle at assisted living and they wouldn't accept her back. And it was the law that they didn't have to. Now, the real reason why was because I had put cameras in her apartment and it wasn't to spy on them. Honest to God, my right hand to Jehovah. It wasn't to spy on them. It was to make sure that my mother was okay. You understand? Because one day my mother got on up and went on in there to use the bathroom, and my mother got stuck on the commode for 3 hours. And she was banging on the wall for help, 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 and help didn't come until I turned them cameras on and heard my mama, "Is that you, Kathy?" And then when she went to the hospital, they found the reason to get rid of her, right? So I went to my husband, I said, uh, they won't let my mama come back to assisted living. And I don't want my mama going to no nursing home because they ain't gonna treat her right. She gonna die in there. It's gonna break her spirit. I said, can my mama come live with me and us? And he was hesitant, but not for the reason y'all think. He was hesitant because he know that I wasn't all the way well. He said, well, are you able to take care of her? I said, well, she get home health aides. So we'll have somebody come in. He like, I don't like everybody in my house. I said, well, I could probably get some family to come over here and they'll pay them to take care of her. And he said, well, if you think you could do it, okay. So see, I was blessed with the type of man to have understanding. You understand? He took care of my daddy. See, when my daddy got sick, my daddy came and lived with us. And my daddy was a diabetic. He fixed my daddy 3 good meals a day. You understand? Healthy food, okay? And my daddy came and lived with us. My daddy left by choice because my daddy said my kids was too damn loud, okay? Because they was teenagers and he wanted them to go to bed and shut up by 7 o'clock. And I said, Daddy, now you know them teenagers and I can't make them go to bed no 7 o'clock. So he was like, well, shit, I'd rather go to the nursing home. So I was like, okay. So I found him a really good one. In the end of his life, he told me he was really happy. He said that was the happiest I ever been. And they treated him with much love and respect. And I always will, have respect for that place because they treated him. She called a meeting and she said, look, if your parents ever had to come to a place like this, you would want them to be treated with the utmost respect. Well, that's what we're going to do for Carmen. And they did that, right? So, anyway, so my husband said, yeah, your mama could come stay with you. So I went on ahead and y'all probably might not remember some of y'all, but we had a bed downstairs in the living room that we had done put in the dining room from when I was sick and I couldn't walk up the steps. So that bed came right on handy and the head lift and the footboard lift. And so I was like, boom, there we go, queen size. Mama, you got you a big old bed, girl. So my mama came out the hospital and my mama came and stayed with me. Those was the best 2 years that God could have gave me with my mama because during those 2 years, we need some healing time. We needed to do some forgiving time. And God allowed us to have that. And I always been a mama's girl. Always been a mama's girl. I was never a daddy's girl. I was always a mama's girl. Little spoiled little thing, girly girl. And I'll never forget I'd be upstairs in my room. It's fine, Marcus. I'd be upstairs in my room and I'd be fussing. Y'all remember when I had that case going on? What was that? What aggravated menacing? And I had to go to court and it took me damn near a year to get caught up with that stuff because my niece did that to me. Well, anyway, my mama would be downstairs listening. And then she'll tell Quita, she'll be like, turn that TV down. Who messing with her now? Cause she hear me upstairs during the house, through the wall, she hear me. And then she'd be like, tell her come here. And I come downstairs and she'd be like, baby, who messing with you now? And then I go on to tell her the story. And she said, come on over here and let mama give you a hug. And I walk over there to the bed and I lay my head on her chest and she'll give me a hug and she'll kiss me on my little forehead. And those memory means the world to me. But because everything that was going on and I felt like she was my baby. You know how new mothers is when you have a baby and y'all every time you turn around you checking on that baby to make sure that baby breathing. So I had cameras. I would have cameras and I'd be trying my best to look at the camera and I'd be looking at the camera and I wanted you to see the rise and the fall of her stomach because she had started going to the hospital quite frequently And I was so scared something's gonna happen to my mama. Now my husband always told me that was his worst fear, and I never know that that was my worst fear until it happened. But I don't know, y'all. It's been real, 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 real hard going through this right here. Some days is better than others. I found this song, "She's My Baby," and it's like it's a mother talking about her child, and it was just it's just an emotional song, and it like hit every point in my life of my mother. But I tell you, man, I miss my mama. I miss my mama. And in that song, it say that I'm breathing with a hole that I didn't even know I had in my body. Like the air is just escaping, you know, and then it happens at times where you least expect it's gonna happen. Like Sunday, Ruby turned 30 on Monday. So Sunday I invited everybody over for a dinner for Ruby for her dirty down in 30 birthday party. Down in dirty 30 birthday party. That's a tongue twister. And I barbecued and I made potato salad and green beans, candy yams, baked beans, and macaroni and cheese. I mean, I tore that kitchen up, okay? And we had an amazing time. But I was in there, and I know when I'm in the kitchen cooking, I have like a little cutaway that cuts away to the. It's a little cutaway above the sink, and you can look into the dining room. And every time something changed in that dining room, because that's where my mother lived at for 2 years, I don't know, it just hit me different. And every time I'm in the kitchen cooking, my mama, I had a water run, and my mama be like, Kathy, come here. And then I'd be like, wait a minute, hold on, mommy, I can't hear you. I turn the water off and I walk in there. And I'd be like, yeah, mama. And then she'd be like, what you doing? I said, I'm in there making some potato salad. And she was like, you is? And I was like, yeah, girl. She like, you gonna give me some? I said, girl, yeah, I'm gonna give you some potato salad. And then she's like, okay. And then, she'd be happy, you know. And that was it on that Sunday when she came home for at the hospital. They sent her directly from intensive care to my house on a Sunday. Man, I was so happy to see my mama come home from that hospital, but didn't know that was gonna be the last Sunday that I seen my mama alive. Like nobody could have told me any different. And but this Sunday, I was standing in there in the kitchen and I was cutting up the potatoes to make the potato salad. And then a tear rolled down my eye. And my husband was sitting over there doing something in the kitchen. I said, "Excuse me for a second." Because when I cry, my husband don't know what to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like he want to be comforting, he want to be there for me, but he just don't know what to do. And it's not really anything you could say or do with somebody when they grieving. Okay? It's not. It's just nothing. Only thing you basically can do is just be there for them. And if they talking, you listen. And other than that, it's really nothing you could do. And so I said, "Excuse me for a second. I'll be right back." And I came upstairs and I sat here on this bed and I had my earpiece in, like I always got this earpiece in. And a song was playing. And it was "I'm Still Her Baby." And and then I looked up at the picture on my dresser and I happened to see this picture of my mama. My sister gave it to me. And then I opened up my phone and I started looking at pictures. And so I'm thinking I'm crying silently, but I guess I wasn't crying silently. I was crying out loud and I did not know that I was. So my husband came upstairs and he looked at me and he sat across the room. He said, "You okay?" And I shook my head no. Tears running down my eyes. It's not running down my nose. No matter how many napkins I picked up and I'm trying to wipe my face off, because I keep a box of puffs right here next to the bed. And then he said, it's going to be okay. He said, I know it's hard. It's going to take a long time. You're going to miss your mother forever. And I'm crying and I'm looking at pictures. And for whatever reason, it's like I got to stump my foot to feel some type of pain to try to make it go away because it's like a pain that's indescribable, and it's like a pain is just indescribable, and it just took a while for me just to get myself together. You understand? And then he left, and instead of me going back downstairs and cut up potatoes, I went in the bathroom and took a shower and cried in the shower. And but one thing he said stuck to me. After he had done comfort me, and I had, stopped sobbing, and he said to me, he said, I know you don't feel this way now. He said, but you kind of lucky. He said, because I miss my mother every day, and she died in 2012. I miss her too, but that was his mother. She was my mother-in-law, and she's like a mother to me. I learned so much from Miss Curry. And but he said, least you got videos and pictures. You could go back and see your mother smile. You could hear your voice. You can hear her voice. He said, I wish I could hear my mother's voice one more time. You understand? And then that put it into a deeper perspective for me because he suffer in silence because he's a man and he's old school. You understand? Because my husband's 70. He old school. He the type of man that, you don't cry about stuff like that. You got to be strong, but, sometimes, I see the sadness on his face, and I know he real sad about my mother because I've been with that man for 45 years. My mother always called him her big son. And every day he go downstairs. I went back on the video of the day my mother died, and I saw my son Daniel go downstairs, and he looked at my mother, and he made sure she was breathing because everybody know that was scary for me. I didn't want to go down there first. And then he stood there for a while, and he walked away. I'm watching him because I'm woke. Then I see Marissa go downstairs. No, I seen Alasia go downstairs. She like, hey, grandma. My mother didn't move or say nothing. And she watched her. She went in the kitchen. She got her some ice, and put in her Stanley cup. She left. Marissa came downstairs. She said, hey, grandma. And my mother didn't say nothing. She stood there for a while and she looked at her to make sure she was breathing. Because everybody known that was what I was scared for. I waited on them to give me the confirmation it was okay to go down. And so I went down there. So then Marissa went in the kitchen. She got her some ice on her Stanley cup. She came back. She walked back to the bed and she said, hey, grandma. And then my mother didn't say nothing. So Marissa turned to walk away. And my mother said, mm. And then Marissa turned around and she said, you okay? And my mother turned her head like this. She shook her head and she looked at her. And then it's like she closed her eyes and went back to sleep. Marissa left. Then my husband got up and he went downstairs to get me some coffee. Now this is on a Thursday because I gotta go to work. He go downstairs and he stand by her bed. He said, hey, Ruby. Didn't say anything. He said, Ruby. She didn't say anything. He said, Ruby, you okay? She shook her head and she turned and she looked at him. He said, you need anything? And she didn't say anything and she just closed her eyes and he went on in the kitchen and he got my coffee. And then I had been up all night, up and down, because I had a baby monitor next to my ear so I could hear her. And she screamed in the middle of the night, scared the shit out of me. And I jumped up and I ran downstairs, and her blood sugar was really low. So I had been battling her blood sugar all night, and I wanted to send her to the hospital. But my brother said, just give her a minute to catch her bearings. You know, she didn't want to be in that place. So I said, okay. So, but everybody else going down there and she was okay. I figured I was okay. So I went down there and I talked to her, and she didn't really talk to me. She responded to me. She opened up her eyes. She said a couple words, and she wouldn't drink anymore or anything like that. And I kind of felt it in my spirit. Kind of felt it in my spirit that I'm still praying the whole time, you know. So her blood sugar had went all the way down to 34. And so I had these fast acting glucose tablets, and I crushed them up with this more pistol, and I put them in some applesauce and I gave them to her. And then she had the Libre, so I checked it, and it said it was up to 55. And I said, damn, could that be right? So I pricked her finger, and my hand was so cold. And it was right though. And I could never get it up. Quita came in at a few minutes before 10. So now I'm still debating on whether or not I need to go to work. And I think I'm going to end the story right there, because if I go any further with this story, then I'm not going to be able to tell the story, because I'm going to be sitting here crying. So I apologize if anybody was waiting on the rest of the story, just because I just can't tell the rest of it. But that day was a devastating day for me. That day was a day that my mother went home to be with the Lord, even though she didn't leave until the next day, which was a Friday. But she didn't. I see my mom take her last breath in my house. It was such a traumatic experience. So I said all that to say this, as I started in the beginning when I first started talking. If you got any differences with your mother, fix it. Your father, fix it. Your sister, your brothers, fix it. Your kids, fix it. Because you know that old saying, you ain't guaranteed the next second of a breath? I think y'all need to believe that, because I literally sat there and watched my mother take her last breath, not once, but twice. Once in my dining room and once in the hospital. I saw it with my own eyes. And once they gone and they ain't got no more breath in their body, you can't ask them to forgive you for nothing you did. They can't ask you to forgive them nothing that they did. And it could be some of the most silliest shit in the world that we mad at our loved ones about. I think it's time that we get over that stuff. Because the way the world is going right now, we not promised one next second of a breath. So I'm telling y'all. And I love my mama. I did everything I could for my mama. I don't have no regrets when it come down to my mama. I only have wishes. I wish that those 12 years when I was sick, that I wasn't so sick at that time, and I would have had more time to spend with her when she was healthy, instead of, getting her when she, and I hate that she broke her ankle when she lived here, because I think that played a big part in her downfall too. But I'm just telling y'all, y'all ain't listen to nothing I said today. Listen to the fact that y'all make up with y'all mamas, because y'all only get one. Y'all get one mama. That's it. No more. You might get an adopted mama. You might get a play mama. You might get a god mama. But you only gonna get one biological mama. And if you got a chance to be in that life, fix it. Whatever's going on, you know. Today was a bad day, and I don't even know what triggered it. I guess it don't take nothing to trigger it. But all I know is that I miss my mama. I miss my mama saying, "Come here, baby," and let mama give you a hug. You understand? Let me give you a kiss. Or just getting up in the bed with her laying on the side of her. You understand? I miss that. You know what else I hate too? I hate that my kids, they're so far away from me. I hate that Danny and Nisha live way in Texas. I hate that Yetta and Quan and the baby still wait in Nevada. Cause Sunday, it felt like my family wasn't all together because we got them on one part of the world and we got them on the other part of the world. Even though they was able to be here for, her services and everything, I just wish that they could have just been here for Ruby's birthday party. You know, I wish they could have been here for the balloon release and the fact that we finally got her a tombstone. It shouldn't have took 2 years. It shouldn't have. It took 2 years because we done had the money, done played over the money a whole million times. Everybody waiting on me, you know. But we did it, and it's like I told my mama, I kept my promise, and as long as I kept my promise, that's all that mattered. Hey Jennifer, welcome back, sweetie. Yeah, but that's just so I don't know what people out here going through, but all I know is sometime when we tell a story, somebody out there need to hear it. You understand? I may not know you at all, but somebody needed to hear this story today. Okay? So y'all go make it right with your loved ones. And if you can all help it, don't move so far away from your family. Don't move so far away from your parents. Cause I miss Danny and Nisha and the baby. When Dream was here, her name is Dream Ruby. So we got one Ruby left in this family. One Ruby left. Two of them gone. They gonna forever be in our memories. But one of them still here. She turned a year old the other day. And I missed her birthday because she weighed in Texas and I live way in Cleveland. But when she was here, that baby wouldn't even let me hold her. When I went to Texas, she let me hold her, love on her, everything. She got here, she like, who you? And I don't like that. Because I'm the type of mother that's a hands-on mother. I'm the type of grandmother that's a hands-on grandmother, even though all of them call me Nana. You understand? And I hate that. I wish Danny and them would move back closer. I wish my daughter and her family would move back closer. I never wanted my kids to be gone away. You understand? Because I feel like if anything happened, I'm gonna I'm gonna have to get on the plane. It's gonna take me too damn long to get where I need to go. And other than that, I just want to spend time with my family. My husband about to be 71. I'm gonna be 60 this year, and then one of us guaranteed the next second of a breath. So all I'm saying is it's a lot of wasted time, a lot of wasted time. Telephones don't do it. FaceTime don't do it no more for me. But I wish that I could give my husband. Matter of fact, I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna reach out to some of his older siblings, and I'm gonna see if they got some of them tapes, and I'm gonna see if his mother is on them, talking and all that, so my husband can hear his mama's voice again before he leave here. Cause that really bothered me when he said, "At least you can hear your mother." You could go see her. You could smile, make her see goofy faces. But I can't. I can't even hear my mother's voice, and I just want to hear it one more time. So I think that's gonna be my next mission. I'm gonna reach out to them, see if they got some VHS um, tapes, and then I'm gonna take it somewhere and I'm having them transfer it so I could give it to him as a gift, so he can hear his mama's voice at least one more time. Yeah, you my bugaboo, Tanya. Yeah, but anyway, so I done talked a whole lot, and I ain't looked at any one of y'all text messages, which y'all done said on here. So let's see what y'all see. Patra, I love you too, Patra. Who moved? Yetta, she moved to Nevada. You said you crying right along with me. Yeah, I'm glad you came back, Jennifer. We owed the Jennifer a public apology for something that happened months and months ago. I reached out to Jennifer and Jennifer finally responded. She had done blocked my ass, but I called her from another number. And she like, who this? And I told her. And she accepted the apology, even though I'm a woman, I'm a real woman. See, I apologize on my behalf, and I apologize for somebody else's actions too. You understand? On my channel, Jennifer feelings got hurt, and I didn't like that. So I wanted to apologize to Jennifer, and Jennifer felt it in her heart to accept the apology on behalf of everybody else, and because they apologized too. And ain't no need of going into it or rehashing old hurts. But just know that we apologized and Jennifer accepted it, and now she's back in the family. So this is our heart to Jennifer. We love you, Jennifer. And I'm just looking at y'all text message. Yeah, Tanya been here for me the whole time. Monica is older than Ruby. Monica was born in 1990, and Ruby was born in 1995. So Monica is 5 years older than Ruby. How has Tanya and Maria been holding up? Well, Maria told me, and even at my mama's services, I don't know how many of y'all was able to catch it. I videotaped, well, mommy's service was live streamed, and I had put that on YouTube. But with Ruby, I had put Ruby services up, and I never put my mom's services up. Maybe one day I'll put her service up for the ones that didn't get a chance to see the service when it came. Maybe I'll put it up there. But at the end, when we were at the cemetery, I had released some doves for my mom, and they told me that I can't put a tombstone down for my mom for 6 months because it's a new section, and that the land need to settle. But on my mom tombstones, I'm putting some white doves on her tombstone with her picture. I sure am. In 6 months, as soon as they give me the okay, her tombstone gonna be down because I'm paying for it now. Okay. Maria told me I'm such a effing lady like my mama. She said I'm weak because I cry all the time. But I can't help it. I'm a crybaby. I've been a crybaby all my life. But I think I cry for the right reasons. I mean, I cry because my heart is broke. My heart is broken a million pieces. And I'm trying to fix all them pieces, but it's one piece missing. And that's my mama. You know what I really wish? I really wish that it was a time limit on when this. I wish it was a time limit on how long you could grieve. Like they say. Yeah, I wish you could too, Jennifer. I wish it was a time limit. They say, okay, you got 21 days to grieve and then you back to normal, right? Then that way I wouldn't get hit all of a sudden. I could be smiling and then all of a sudden it's I don't know, it's one, it's that Monday before my mom died that just stay in my heart. You know what I'm saying? That Monday when it's her face that I see on that Monday before she died on that Thursday. She officially died on a Friday at 12:15. Her death certificate say 12:16, but she died at 12:15. The doctor just called it at 12:16. But on that Monday, I got, out of all the beautiful pictures I have of my mother, her being on my porch on that Monday stick with me and haunts me to see her. It haunts me. And I think that hurt me more than anything. I don't know why, but it do. It do. Yes, Jennifer is a loyal friend, Tanya, who was around for a long time. From she was my very first moderator. You see, she still got a wrench for her name. I never took her off as a moderator. Because I figured one day God was gonna bless me and send her back in my life again. And he did. But anyway, like I said, the lesson today, girls and boys, is to make up and to forgive whoever you feel wronged you in your life or whoever you feel you wronged. You understand? Now, I'm not telling you that you got to go out and talk to that person or none of that, but you forgive them in your heart and have no ill will or manners towards people. Okay? Because I'm human and I got one person that I haven't forgiven yet. And I'm working on it. Okay? I'm really working on it. And I'm praying to God, and God gonna give me that forgiveness that I asked for. But just because God gives me the forgiveness and I'm able to forgive a person doesn't mean that I want that person in my life. But when it comes down to your parents, sometimes we have to let old hurts go, but it just depends on the situation too. But if it wasn't that big of a deal, we only get one mama. That's it, one mama. That's all I ever had was one mama. I ain't never called another woman out here in this world mama. That's my mama. One mama. Call her mommy and mama. That's my mama. And that's it. That's it. But we had a blast on Sunday. I got up early, cooked all day, party. My sister gave me this much white Zippendale, and I think I was drunk because I don't think I ate for 2 days prior to that. But the crazy thing of it is, y'all, I weighed 213 pounds before my mama died, and now I weigh 189 pounds. I lost weight. She is our guardian angel now. She definitely is. My mama always coming to me. If I told y'all some stories about my mama, one day, every time something changed in the house with that dining room where my mama lived at, and step in the dining room, that was her room. Every time something changed in there, I go have a meltdown, right? just cry, 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 cry. I'm talking about the ugly cry. I ain't talking about no cute cry. I'm talking about tears running down your ass, not running out your nose. I'm talking about the ugly cry, okay? it so one day I had a episode. Then I went on to the warehouse the next day. This guy come in there. He was a Jamaican guy. And this guy came in there eating a damn whole tomato. And I looked at my husband, looked at me, he said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "He eating a tomato." And then the man said, "What you troubling me tomato for, girl?" And all I could do is just walk away from him and just start crying. And the reason I started crying was because that was the last thing my mama asked me for was some tomato with some salt and pepper and some vinegar on it. That's the last thing she asked me for. So that let me know my mama was reaching out to me, right? So when I asked the man what was his phone number, because I had to write it down in the book. Why his phone number start with 216-414? My mama's first 6 digits of her phone number. So I was like, "Okay, mama, I see. You talking to me. You don't want me to be sad today. I got you. Okay, I'm going to pick my head up." Then something got changed in the dining room again, right? And I think that day is when we took the bed out the dining room. And I had a meltdown, okay? So I go back to the warehouse. So this guy comes in there. Beth got two dogs. She got a miniature poodle and she got a Yorkie poo. And the Yorkie poo is named Stormy. He white and black. And then the miniature poodle is brown and his name is Brownie. Like a reddish brown. So this guy walk in there, right? And he got this little bitty miniature poodle. And I was like, "Oh, look at your dog." I said, "My daughter got a dog just like that." And I said, "And his name is Brownie." I said, "What's your dog's name?" He said, "Ruby Rose." And I just stopped. And I was like, wow, Ruby Rose. My mother done sent him to me because I had a bad day, right? So he leaves. So I go get my husband lunch. I put it in the microwave and I go get it for him and I'm giving it to him. And then I sat down and you got an iPhone. A lot of y'all got iPhones, right? So when you turn your iPhone off, you're going to either come back to what you was looking at before you turned the iPhone off, or you're going to come to the home screen, right? Why was mine? Give me chills thinking about it. Why was mine on my voicemails? And I looked at it and it said June 19th. And I was like, oh, I mean, July 19th. And I'm like, July 19th. I said, this ain't from my mama, right? I said, because my mama wasn't using her phone too much back in July. And so I pushed the button to push play. And I heard my mama voice. And I'm like, what? And I looked back at the date, and the date said July 19th, 2023. 5 days after Ruby had died. But how the hell did her voicemail come up? Okay. Her voicemail came up on my phone. I wasn't on no phone when I was looking at a YouTube video. The voicemail came up and it came up to July 19th, 2023. And it was her voice, my mama. And the last thing she said on that text message, and it sounded weird. Now her whole voice sounded normal, but when it got to the end of it, it sounded like it was a little static, and it said, "I love you." trip me the hell out. I'm telling you. I did, Jennifer. I did. I ain't win though, but I did though. Woo, child, I'm telling you. I believe in the spiritual world, and I believe that I don't think this is it for us. I think it's something else out here for us. And I'm telling you, because there is no way that they should have went to a July 19th, 2023 voicemail, okay? At all. I wasn't even in telephone. The last thing I was looking at was a YouTube video. And it didn't even go to the home screen. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm like, okay, mama. I see you trying to talk to me. That's what it was, my mama. She wanted to reach out to me because my mama knew that I was going to have it the hardest out of everybody. She knew it because I was always my mama's sensitive child. Okay. I was always crying about something, a little crybaby. My feelings always got hurt so easily. So she knew she was going to have to come back and comfort me. And plus, I lied to her too. I told my mama, I said, Mommy, it's okay to go. I got Danny. He going to be here to take care of me. And I said, I'm going to be all right. But I lied to her. She know I lied to her because I wasn't okay. I got Danny, and he a real big help. But I already told you, my heart broke in a million pieces. And one of them puzzle pieces is missing, and that's her. So, but I had to tell her it was okay to go because I ain't want her to suffer no more. That's my story for today, guys. I hope you guys got something from it. I really hope you did. Yeah, she was my bugaboo that day, and she wanted them tomatoes and onions and well that day I didn't give her no onions. I gave her tomatoes, salt and pepper, and some vinegar, and I ain't put enough salt on it. And my sister Maria was like, and mama talking about she needs some salt. So I went in and sprinkled some more salt on there, honey. She took them all up. She left three little pieces, and then she gonna tell everybody talking about. Y'all see that garden out there? Because y'all know I did a raised garden on my patio where my mama could look out there and see the patio, right? And she could see all that stuff growing. She told everybody, she said, y'all see my garden out there? And then she talking about, it ain't really man's. It's Kathy, but I'm taking it. So, yeah, so it was her garden. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all that value your mother, all y'all important relationships. Don't put off, don't put off, let me see how you say this. Don't put off today. Don't put off what you could do today, saying, oh, I could do it tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised to none of us. None of us. The only thing that's promised to us in this world is that we are born on a certain day. And I believe wholeheartedly that there's an end date, expiration date. Just like when you go to that meat counter, it said this day, that day, expiration. That's what I believe. We have a begin date and an end date. And in between, everything in between that time is free will. Okay? That's what I believe. I don't know what y'all believe, but that's what I believe. But anyway, I feel better now that I talked to all of y'all. This is a genuine smile. Even though I have hurt in my heart, this is still a genuine smile. I still love the fact that all of y'all still rock with me. But anyway, now what you congratulating Marcus on? What you do, Marcus? Hey, Dash. Ooh, South Africa. Welcome. Marcus, what you did now? Shoot. Marcus. I see you said something about a passport. You got to be up early in the morning. Oh, okay. You in time? You'll be on the phone talking. But anyway, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta go feed my chickens. Yep. I had 11. Now I got 9 because they done killed 2 of them. Somebody wanted to be the big dog in the trailer. So in the coop. So killed 2 of them. So now I got a 9 and I got a treat for them. So I'm about to go out there and feed them. But anyway, I love all of y'all out there, YouTube land. Thank y'all for, sticking with y'all girl. Let me go ahead and stand up and let y'all see that your girl done lost a little weight. Yeah, she done lost a little weight. I ain't as fat as I was, y'all. I ain't as fat. I could go back. I could fit the mediums now. I need to go back and get my mediums that I done gave away to everybody. All right, y'all. I love all of y'all. I know. No, Marcus. They behaved very well now, so I ain't gonna even have to go to check them chicken court. And I was gonna be like off with the head because see, my husband told me my husband he always messing with me about them damn chickens though. He always talking about he gonna go out there and cook my chicken, talking about cause they big now. I should take y'all out there and let y'all see how big they asses done get so far. Cause they some bigums. Y'all know what? Give me 5 minutes and I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna show y'all what my chickens look like. Cause they little asses done got big now. Give me 5 minutes, y'all, and I'm gonna go down these stairs and I'm gonna let y'all see what my chickens look like. Ain't my hair growing? Whew, I ain't realized my hair didn't grow that long. I hope Casper ain't got his legs out here. Y'all see my dining room? Ain't no bed in there now. I gotta put it all back together. Gotta put all my crystals and stuff up. All right, y'all, I'm almost out here. I'm about to let y'all see. Oh, Casper, you going in the house, baby. In the house, and putting Casper in the house. Go in the house, Casper. Y'all see my Casper? Hey, Casper. What you smelling on me for? Stop that out like that. Hey, Casper. I ain't got nothing for you. I'm about to let these chickens out real quick so they can see what my chicken look like. So Casper gotta go. Y'all wanna see my girls? Y'all listen to this. Listen. Hey, girls. Move, Casper. Move, Casper. Hey, y'all see Casper want to be in the. Then you tell Casper come here for a second. Tell him to go away from me for 1 second. Look at him. Look, he hear Lasia coming. Say, hey, girls. Y'all hear him talking to me? Hey, girls. Y'all see my girls? Hold on, y'all. Let me get the girls out. Go on, Casper. Because I don't trust Casper. Go ahead. There we go. Y'all see them? They coming out acting a fool. Come on. Come on out, girl. Let me see. How do I turn it? There they go. Look at them. Y'all see how big they got? Look at them. Running around playing. They like happy. Look at them. Not yet, Jennifer. They gonna lay them in October. About the end of October, they gonna start laying them. Hey y'all. Hey girl, look at them around there playing. That's 2, 4, 5 of them. That's 6. Look at him. He done ran over there. Look at him acting crazy. Now look, y'all gonna stay on in there. Okay, by the time I go get y'all little fruit. If y'all ain't came out, y'all going back on in there because it's kind of chilly on out here today. See, y'all know chickens. Hey, girls, look at that little one. Y'all see they got stuff on their leg. Look at them. Now look at that's two, that's five, six, seven, eight, nine. You supposed to be taking me out to eat. What you mean? What I'm going? But I'm listening to I'm on live. Look at her. Look, Danny. This black one done jumped on there. Where they at? Are they trying to get the damn it. What y'all do? Y'all see him? Oh no, they had to go because Casper do more. Y'all see that over there? So something was under the house, right? Y'all see how Danny got these boards right here? He had to literally tear that out because Casper had done got under the house. He looking for Casper. He like Casper, Casper. He ain't said a damn word, y'all. His ass is under the damn porch, and my husband took forever trying to find him. But anyway, there they go back there. Them the girls. See how big they got for them little babies? All right, y'all. Y'all done seen the babies. I'm about to go get them some fruit. Your mama crazy. I'm about to go get her. Oh, I ain't show y'all my new baby. Look at my new baby I got right here, y'all. I got me a 2025 Ford Explorer. It's it's nice too. Y'all see? Can you Danny? Can you open it? It's a sparkle car. It ain't open. What the world? Her name is Sheila. Y'all see my baby? I drove her yesterday for the first time. She smells so good. Look at her. She got her a 13-inch screen. She ride real good too. Her name's Sheila. But anyway, I'm about to go feed my girls some fruits. The pulp from the fruits. And I'm about to go, y'all. But anyway, I love all y'all out there in YouTube land. Y'all have y'all amazing rest of y'all day. I thought the little heifer was taking me out to dinner tonight, but I guess she changed her mind. So I guess my husband taking me instead. It's gonna be a date for two. I'm going to the Chinese restaurant. All right, y'all have an amazing rest of y'all day. Remember what I gave y'all a lesson in today. All right, bye y'all.